Rory Calhoun, born Francis Timothy McCown on August 8, 1922, in Los Angeles, California, lived a life that read like one of his own Hollywood scripts, turbulent, redemptive, and unforgettable. Growing up during the Great Depression, his youth was marked by hardship and rebellion, a wild streak that led him into run-ins with the law, and even time behind bars for theft and robbery. But those dark years would forge a strength and authenticity that later became the backbone of his screen persona. After his release, fate intervened when he met actor Alan Ladd and his wife, talent agent Sue Carroll, who saw potential in the tall, rugged young man with the piercing gaze. Renamed Rory Calhoun, he began training as an actor and soon made his Hollywood debut in the 1940s, quickly rising through the ranks with his natural charisma, deep voice, and cowboy toughness that made him a perfect fit for the booming Western genre. By the 1950s, Calhoun was one of Hollywood's most recognizable faces, starring in films like The Red House, 1947, A Song in My Heart, 1952, and River of No Return, 1954, alongside icons like Marilyn Monroe and Robert Mitchum. Audiences were drawn to his quiet confidence and genuine ruggedness, a man who didn't just play a cowboy, but lived like one. His hit TV series The Texan, 1958-1960, cemented his legacy as a screen cowboy whose stoic strength and natural grace captivated millions. Off-screen, Calhoun was a paradox, a gentleman rebel known for his independence, kindness, and mischievous charm. His life was filled with stories of romance, adventure, and transformation, mirroring the characters he portrayed. In his personal life, Calhoun's first marriage to actress and singer Lita Barron was as glamorous as it was turbulent. Married in 1948, they became one of Hollywood's most striking couples, raising 3 daughters, Cindy, Tammy, and Lori. But Calhoun's charm and the pressures of fame strained their union, and after 2 decades together, they divorced in 1970 following public admissions of infidelity. Calhoun found love again with British journalist Sue Rhodes in 1971, a quieter, more grounded relationship that offered him stability away from the Hollywood spotlight. Though they divorced in 1979, their story took a romantic twist when they remarried in 1982, spending Calhoun's later years together in peace and companionship. Late in life, Rory Calhoun opened up about another figure who loomed large in his journey, fellow Western icon Randolph Scott. In a rare and heartfelt interview, Calhoun finally broke his silence about Scott, describing him as the kind of man you couldn't help but admire. He spoke with deep respect about Scott's quiet dignity, authenticity, and the effortless grace that made him both a rival and an inspiration. He didn't have to demand respect, Calhoun said. He earned it. Though he admitted to feeling envy at times, watching Scott steal scenes with just a few words, there was never bitterness, only admiration. Randolph wasn't the kind to play dirty, he recalled. He treated everyone the same, from producers to extras. That taught me what kind of man I wanted to be. Calhoun admired how Scott shunned the spotlight, preferring his ranch and solitude to Hollywood parties, and how he retired gracefully, without fanfare. He knew when to quit, Calhoun said. Not many of us do. Reflecting on their unspoken bond, he added, I always wanted to tell him how much he influenced me, but cowboys didn't say things like that. I think he knew, though. With humility and warmth, Calhoun credited Scott for shaping the code of Western heroes. Every actor who ever put on a cowboy hat owes something to Randolph Scott. He taught me that real strength comes from restraint, from knowing who you are and not letting Hollywood change that. Rory Calhoun passed away on April 28, 1999, at the age of 76, from complications related to emphysema and diabetes. The tough cowboy who once seemed indestructible had finally been slowed by years of smoking and a lifetime of rugged living. Yet, even as his health declined, Calhoun never lost his humor or dignity. Those who knew him remember a man who embodied both the grit of the frontier and the grace of a bygone Hollywood era. From his troubled youth to his stardom and reflective later years, Rory Calhoun's story remains one of redemption, resilience, and respect. A true Western legend who lived, loved, and rode tall, both on screen and in life.